What up, guys? Hope all is well. What up, Jay? No copyright music, fire. For real. It is pretty good. I do like chill lo-fi. So, what did we learn yet? What did we learn earlier is that something gooberish happened with my laptop, and now I probably have to invoke some. I haven't figured it out. I have to invoke some form of repair or something. Never trust the JS. Yeah. JavaScript hater. What about hi-fi music? That does exist. So, for all that is wondering, XMR cards. Hey, I'm enjoying the screen. You have a Discord? No. These bots, man. Got me kicked in. Sorry. Let's see. OPSEC level 1. Where's OPSEC level 2? Wonder if I can do 13-foot wall. Uh, 12-foot. No, 13-foot ladder. JSs are always greedy. Oh, like JavaScript? Yeah. See if they do a paywall. Paywall is the worst too. I hate them. Don't forget to drink your water, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, JavaScript. I assume that's what you're talking about. Otherwise, I don't care. In March, Discord will set an age lock for all users to a teen-appropriate experience. Many users will be required to complete an error age verification check. The users will be required to upload a video, selfie, or an official ID. On Monday, Discord announced a new age verification protocol that will roll out to all users in March. By default, the app will age lock all accounts to a teen-appropriate experience, requiring proof of age to access the full experience. Unverified accounts will be blocked from servers or channels with age restrictions, unable to speak in live stream stage channels, and unable to respond to DMs from a certain user. It also won't let you change certain settings and will blur age-restricted content through the app. Yeah, that's very gay. Last year, the app announced that around 70,000 ID photos were leaked in a cyber attack involving its previous age verification vendor. While Discord itself wasn't the victim of the attack, the vendor lost personal information, DM history, partial credit card details, and the breach prompting Discord to see business with the firm. Discord's acting like this just isn't going to happen. That's the problem. It's probably the firm's issue, but it's kind of like dystopian to think that it's not going to become an attack surface. Once hackers or like nation state actors are going to figure out, hey, you have all these IDs just sitting here, kind of thing. Perform an SSC swap, now putting it to CubesOS based. What Discord alternative do you recommend? Element or Revolt? Probably Element. Discord is part owned by a state actor. Probably. Their Discord's relatively it's a free service that doesn't know how to make money. Floridia. What up, JK? Fortilla? Is that like Tortilla or something, but with an F? Discord. Yeah, it's like a free service that just doesn't know how to make money. I mean, I understand like it has Nitro, but not everyone does Nitro, and it's only $5 or something, like $100 a year. I mean, they can't be making that much money. Going further, even if the app can't auto-verify you, you choose not to comply the process, you may still be affected, you don't belong. While there's no direct replacement of Discord at the moment, users across various firms have suggested decentralized services like Matrix, Sota Chat, as well as Slack for some fucking weird reason, for their similar interfaces, easy communications. Remember when editing your profile server name was free? Check it out. Matrix, in my opinion, is the best Discord alternative. Yeah, probably. Who the fuck would use Slack? It just sounds like a terrible, terrible cope. Or like just so that they can keep you on their website. They're like, guys, look, Slack. What the fuck is this though? The chat app where you are the main character. Text channels done right. Build your community. If Florida is if Florida is a Nostr protocol. Flotilla. I do love Nostr, and I do love protocols, so. Oh. Yeah, but Revolt looks more similar to Discord. Though XMPB is very close second Discord alternative. Cine. Your community, your rules. Okay. Based. Create your own community platform. Personalized, organized content. Nostr your way. How would they make money? Cine is the matrix that looks like Discord. Knowledge base. What do you mean by book a demo? Why would I book a demo with him? That's cool. Do they have bunker support? Because if not, then I'm not interested. I'm just kidding. It's kind of cool. It's you can pick your relays too. Yeah, I host my own relay, so that's interesting. On both my server and on my Android. I run my own relay everywhere, as you should, because I don't trust the other relays really. Even though you kind of got to use them to a certain degree. The Zap thing is kind of gay, but you gonna Guitar Hero them? That'd be awesome. Yeah, I have a Nostr Umbral relay. It collects all my funny thoughts. Nostr's so good that I don't stay on it. I avoid it because it's too good at its job, keeping me off social media. I think most people should jump on Nostr because you realize that is Mech worth trying? It's like CubesOS but more secure. What would make it more secure than CubesOS? More secure would be kind of a stretch. It would have to do something that CubesOS isn't like really doing. Why are they naming after all these islands? The NL. I do think more users will hop on Revolt chat rather than Matrix, just because Revolt is more similar to Discord and easier, like mathematically. Typing this from CubesOS based. I mean, Matrix isn't really that hard. You just set up a profile and you're done. I don't think people are gonna leave. I mean, TikTok got banned and people still fucking went back, even though Oracle bought it or whatever. I think an x86 64-bit virtual machine monitor for the SEL4 verified Mac microkernel. The security of any software system depends on its underlying operating system. However, every compartmentalization-focused OS, such as Cubes, which are reasonably secure, depend on a large trusted computer base, hypervisors with hundreds of thousands of lines of code. They forked Zen Hypervisor. They could have deep loaded it for all I know, but okay, I digress. SEL4 is an open source, formally verified microkernel that has matured and been maintained for over a decade. Its 10,000 lines of code and formal verification make it appealing base to implement hardened open source 64-bit virtual machine monitor VMM on it. Micah-T is a new hypervisor written in the ground up, capable of power virtualization, hardware assisted virtualization, and device emulation. It will also allow to run software originally written for the platform wherever SL4 can be made to run. Doing so will be very controlled environment. The project's own website. This is a cool foundation, though. I think I've seen them do other stuff. They claim that Zen is too complex. Maybe. I mean, only Discord servers with adult content will need to verify. Yeah. I think people are jumping the gun a little bit too much on it, to be honest. But their age verification in general is stupid. I don't even think they should do age verification, in my opinion, at all. I think people are jumping the gun on the March thing. They could draw, like, it's not been implemented. I mean, they could walk it back, theoretically. I'm just worried that it does happen and it becomes an attack surface. That's about it. Like, they could be, like, schizophrenic and be like, you know what, let's do it, who cares? What's the worst that could happen? Aims to build a CubesOS-inspired operating system for servers running atop the SEL4 formally verified microkernel. This is a work in progress, not intended for use yet. Current efforts are focused on the fundamental building blocks of the microkernel. If you look at how Revolt is with their VC channel and servers, it is way more familiar to Discord users. Matrix works differently. It got rooms and spaces. Instead, it would... Yeah, but if... The thing is, like, people are going to go... I don't think there's going to be a mass migration yet. Look at Blue Sky. Blue Sky did get a huge amount of popularity because people just didn't like Twitter or Elon Musk. But it's still going to... It's still, like... I have to download a new app. I'm just thinking of, like, average users. Spaces are rooms that hold rooms. They're, like, Discord servers. Yeah. I know that servers are used for cannabis communities on Discord. They have to verify age. Probably. I don't think they should, but I get what you're saying. I was going to look up something, but I forgot. Let's see what CubeSwarm says. The old link doesn't work. It has like 5 repository available for like, okay. That's what I said just sometimes earlier. I'll have to get along with it in close operation with Cubes. The reason is Cubes-like rather than being a full CubesOS port is that it's limited to a server side where all VMs are defined as compile time configuration files. Obviously, this is not sufficient for a desktop use case that CubesOS targets, but I believe that CubesOS can and will be ported to SEL4 at some point, but this will require some substantial development. People need to protest this shit, yeah. The Discord ID scanning is also for just talking VC and servers. I heard. Yeah. Yeah. I think some people are like overblowing it, but I'm not entirely sure. They might do it. I don't know. They might be like, we ball. Nothing stops them from doing it. Again, I don't think people are going to do this mass migration. I think they should. Like, again, there's been alternative platforms that are far superior to Discord that have been around for a very long time. People just use Discord because it looks pretty, and that's it. Plus Cubes is a game changer, but this is a thread from like 2022. So like, I mean, I don't think that's going to be anytime. I don't think that Make a T is going to be anywhere near usable. It looks like it's mainly for server side, the server side of it. When did the Nostr protocol come out? XMPP based, like IRC. I think in the near future people will still use Discord. Won't be in servers at all. They'll just talk in DMs and group chats with old pals. Maybe. I mean, everything has a cycle. It's gonna die eventually. 5 years. I mean, Nostr's been out for 5 years. It's relatively not old, but not new. And I mean, it's still not as like the only people I know that I know about Nostr are like schizophrenic Bitcoiners that I'll meet in like random public, or they'll like know of it and they're like, I don't care. OG surfers use IRC. You mean boomers? But I do say, like, even if like, I would say people just reject the ID thing regardless. Nostr is a ghost town. I don't think it's a ghost town. I think it's such a niched concept, and it got too heavy with the Bitcoin people. I get a lot of news feeds on Nostr. I like it. I like Nostr for one thing. I can get all my news sources via RSS feeds, via Nostr, and then just leave. Like, that's why I like it. Half the time it's just Bitcoin people, and like, there is a Monero community on there. That's really about it. I think it has a use. I think it has a great use. It keeps me off the internet and not fucking like doom scroll. There's nothing to doom scroll. It's not that there's not content. I think a lot of people from like China and like Hong Kong like use it because like you can't really censor it yet. Then again, I don't know really the what's the word? More different communities needs to join. Yeah, 100%. I mean, let's be fair. Mastodon's been out for quite a long time now. At this point, what's Mastodon's age? Mastodon's pretty old now too. What was another social network that people used? Tumblr? Tumblr joined the Fediverse. And that's still 10 years. It's almost 10 years old. That's crazy. Wow. Written on Ruby Rails. What a disappointment. And it's still not seen a significant like amount of push. Pitch is the best Twitter alternative. Yeah, Pitch is cool. I enjoy it. I think it's an interesting concept. I think all social media should just be burned to the ground, but if I gotta be here, I gotta be here kind of thing. You know what I mean? I would even say that like the problem with Twitter is when I go on there, I see people just arguing about it's like people that cosplay about politics. They're arguing about like I've boiled down Twitter like this. It's like people pretending to care about politics and baiting stuff. What's the second one? People resharing videos and adding a political spin to it. Elon Musk crying, and kind of like gay people like fighting over like what's better, Mac OS or Windows. Make Maxi anything is cringe except for Monero Maxi. Monero Maxing is actually based. I was into Mastodon when it came out. I was early. Were you there 10 years ago? 5 years ago. In 4 days. Mastodon is good alternative. Yeah. I'm cringing. Monero Maxi is because there's no good alternative. Give me something that Monero doesn't have, and I would walk back my statement. I think maxing on tech that is good is completely fine. I want you to ban Twitter. Nah, that'd be stupid. We know that. I think there is some level of like I'm a Linux maxi, I'm an open source maxi. Like I think open source is the best option that we have. Just like right to repair, updating my templates right now. Based, I could be doing that right now. Monero for the people. The thing is, like, the worst is Bitcoin maxis are like I disagree with that. Bitcoin maxis are only care about price. They don't care about utility. I don't think Bitcoin really has a utility. I think Bitcoin's utility is to enrich the rich people that can afford to mine and pump up Michael Saylor's balls or something, and that's really about it. Like anyone can buy it, but good luck. Good luck seeing like actual returns at this point because Bitcoin's price has been overinflated. I don't even think Bitcoin would have been this big if like these insane dystopian people like in power were like using it. Yeah, you could say that it's a public ledger, but we can see all our funding anyways. People act like we can't see where our money's going. We know where our money's going. To bomb other countries. That's it. I already know where my tax audit for the people. Sure, but we can audit a lot of stuff on the local level. You can go right now down to your county clerk and audit every single official. You're just not going to. Most people won't, and that makes sense. It's time consuming, but really, you actually don't even need official documents. You just need to take a napkin. Government spending on public ledger. You can kind of do that now. It's FOIA request. It's legally required. You can go down to your county clerk and be like, I want to know all your salaries. I want to know where all the money's going. I don't think it's. This is how we discover like fraud and abuse. We can do it now. The problem is if you do it with Bitcoin, you're just going to see wallets and. Well, I can get a Bitcoin wallet and have zero traceability to me. It's completely possible. If I never touch a KYC like place, and I just buy Bitcoin and churn through it, it's just you're kind of guessing like who it belongs to. Where I can just go to like get official documents and be like, why is Nancy in accounting making $400,000? If Monero got government contract, it would be valued more. It'd be valued more. Cat? No, I disagree. A lot of people that are like super Monero are. I don't want to say they're like relatively libertarian, but they definitely want to get away from the state. They want to dismantle the state meme kind of thing. The last thing that Monero people want is like any form of like government adoption. They want the opposite. This is like their argument against like why Bitcoin has like been compromised, kind of. If you talk to like normie like Monero maxis that aren't like super insane, most of the time, most of the time they are like they don't like that Bitcoin is very manipulated, and they don't like the idea of like Bitcoin backed like backed stocks or like gold or whatever. Like it, it's, and I kind of agree with that. I don't want the government to have Bitcoin reserve. I think it's retarded, because then you're now competing against the government for hashing power, and then it becomes harder to mine it, and then I mean there's a slew of other problems. Bitcoin is a tool for the public to audit government spending, but you can do that already. You can do that right now. Like I said, it's people keep bringing up like Bitcoin is a tool for audit it. Like again, you can do mixers. You can do mixers. You can get wallets that have no correlation to you. I can just go audit my government right now. I can do it tomorrow. I can go down to every public office and audit them. People think that like FOIA requests didn't exist, and like government like auditing like salaries were never a thing. It's completely within my right to do it. Anyone can do it. There's First Amendment auditors that do it. Tons of them do it, actually. I wouldn't really need to do it in perspective, but if you want to know what the government spends, you can just go look at it. It's all public. No, you said it's for public auditing. It has nothing to do with making it more or less. You said it's for auditing. I'm just. Well, money's not unlimited printed. You can't. Here's the thing. Again, because people don't understand economics, the government doesn't print money. They print money that's already accounted for. Like this idea. And then if that's your argument, then that means they take bigger chunks of Bitcoin, make it unobtainable for people to actually buy, and all you're gaining is just a arbitrary way for them to commit more fraud and abuse. The whole idea that the government just prints money is just either A, people don't understand how the government spending works and how money works. The government doesn't just wake up and just fucking print. They are bad at spending. I mean, that's been proven, but the government's not a business either. It's literally just a societal tool. They have a budget. They print for that budget. Then, I mean, you can go back into like the loan thing. But the idea that love to share you can share your perspective, but you're just wrong, or you just don't understand how like the government finance, like how all governments do this. They have a budget. They print for it. And some governments spend more than others. Like, it's not like this, like, infinite money. Like, people, they say they just print money. I'm not great at explaining in short. No, this is, like, not a new idea. A lot of people have already thought of this. They just think that the government spends money. And again, they don't. They just, like, no, let me rephrase that. The government doesn't just print money. You have services, like you have a deficit. You have, like, a budget. So if your state has $500,000 that it can spend because it got $500,000, text never full meaning. I mean, sure, but this isn't like a new like insane idea, and people have this idea all the time. Again, because they don't, once again, understand like how the government works, and I think the vast majority of Americans are just really uneducated about it. Like if your state has like a $500,000 budget, all they're going to do is just print that $500K. If they go over that, then they have to go to the federal government and be like, hey, I need to borrow more money. And the federal government are like, all right, cool, we're going to tax you on that. Like, this is where it's not just like an infinite like money glitch that people like make it out to. I think it's disingenuous to say it like that too, because like people act like there's money printing like out of nowhere. It's not out of like thin air. And this is like generally like Bitcoin's maxis like theory. Well, why would you want the government to get involved in that? Because then they can control larger reserves, meaning that you can get less because Bitcoin is a finite, it's not an infinite resource either, it's a finite resource. So if the government, if say there's 58 million Bitcoins in existence, what's preventing them from buying more and more and jailing you and preventing you from getting it? I mean, like it's, yeah, most don't have much grasp of the economy, money game. Yeah, but like if you want why would you want the government that has unlimited amount of power to be able to hold an asset and reduce the circulating supply, making it much harder for just like average citizens to be able to like purchase it? I don't, and there's already countries that have taken a Bitcoin reserved as a currency, and they walk it back, or they're very like people bring up like Venezuela all the time. They bring up Venezuela all the time. They're like, well, look at them. They paid off their debt, and then you look through the files and everything. They're a huge mineral oil and they're a huge oil, and they have a gold and silver deposit that actually paid off all their debt. Bitcoin like paid off like a small amount. Yeah, I would rather have Monero. I don't think if you want to audit your government, keep it just keep it legal and enforce your rights to do FOIA requests and auditing yourself. Any citizen can go audit like their government. It's completely. You can do it with a napkin and a pen. There's no official document. There's nothing that prevents you from doing it besides your feet and your will. If you want to know how much like your county sheriff is making and spending, and you find out that they're wasting fraud and abuse, and then you can, around election season, you can just not vote for them and make it aware to everyone. I mean, First Amendment auditors do this all the time. We have the ability to audit our own government 100%. I mean, if they don't return it within a timely fashion, you can start doing complaints. You can file complaints all the way up to Doge. I mean, like, Doge was kind of like a waste of time. Like, Doge didn't really find anything. Like, there was like they spent more money. They spent more money reconstructing an already existing service, like an existing service, and then we spent it restructuring it, and then that was it. And it's not. Yeah, I mean, Doge really hasn't done anything. I mean, I don't care whether people like Trump or not. Like, he's just a really bad spender. He's like the worst spender, like, out of all the presidents. He has a huge deficit. He takes on a lot of debt. But then again, I have a different view of government. Government's not like a business. It's not like a. It's not it's not something that like operates on a cost basis, like where they're like, let's cut here, cost here to make it more efficient here. The government's just not really good at that. It's never going to be, not for a long time. No government is efficient. I'm not like a fence sitter or something like that. I just don't like. I think people like give him like this insane he's. I think people give him like this insane like he's like really good at spending and like he's a good businessman. He's really not. Like, I think I lost a lot on Doge. Yeah, that was retarded. You should have never put your money in there. And I don't like tariffs because I think they're a tax on people. And if people hate taxes, they should really hate tariffs. I know they want to like move stuff to like America, but it's just not. It's not really possible. Well, duh. I think Monero is like a good step in terms. All I care about Monero, I don't care about Monero's on a political sense. I only care about Monero's. I don't care about anything Monero-wise besides the fact that it's digital cash in a digital world. That's it. It's a very simple thing to understand. I don't want it to get involved into politics. I don't want people. I don't want people to think that like a candidate or a legislation should embrace or not embrace Monero. I think Monero is a neutral way to obtain goods because enough people agree that it's a currency, and that's it. I'm actually okay with people if they want to take their SpendView key and pay their taxes and treat it just like any other transaction, that's completely fine. It's their decision to however they want to participate in society. I'm not here to change people's minds about that. But what I am here to change people's minds about is this sponsored by NordVPN. I'm just kidding. I think that people need to understand that we live in a digital world, and I was excited for the pot coin in 2015, but it wasn't embraced by the cannabis community. Rightfully so, I guess. I think people fundamentally need to embrace Monero, not for the price or anything, but the technology that it holds. I've bought stuff with Monero, and it didn't work out. Like, it had like a defect or something, and they're like, no problem. And went through some like exchanges, and they're like, they fixed it. Like, Monero is a very trusted community. Also, the tariffs surging of Trump made U.S. allies move away from U.S. France has already started banning Microsoft Teams. I think that's the best thing that could happen. Oh, pot smokers don't embrace crypto. I said I need to introduce YNs to Monero. I need the hood to embrace it. Yeah, they need banking. Yeah, but I mean, there was a banking company that not a bank. There was a guy that was like, guys, I found a way that they can accept Bitcoin. My parents' weed place was like, oh, we can't have banking. So they found a way, and it ended up fucking bankrupting. Like, there's just not, crypto isn't solid enough. The only thing people that are making money in crypto is Michael Saylor, because he's a fucking, like I said, he's a vampire. The mining companies and like really rich people. That's it. That's the only people that are making money in like Bitcoin and stuff. Pot smokers use Pokemon cards. No, they use, what's that bug you said? They use that bug. And I think that like Monero is like kind of like one of those hard things to convince people of, because they're afraid that they're going to get like rug pulled or something, or like they're going to purchase something and something bad's going to happen. I just tell people to do small amounts. Like, take small amounts and once you take those small amounts, you'll be like more like less scared. Like, you'll take more risk with like certain companies. Yeah. What an unfortunate name, though. Oh, that's an I. It looks like the word Hitler. And it's gonna take a lot of time for people to kind of like break away from this. Yeah, like here, buy and sell goods and services for Monero. Participate in the Monero circular economy. Instead of exiting and doing stuff for cash, like where you're exchanging stuff for just fiat, you can take a small amount of your income and just put it into Monero and just keep it there. Like, spend it, use it, however you want to look at it. Is it named after? It is named after Hitler. Actually, that's kind of funny. Like, that's kind of weird. An interesting thought. You tried to save the West? I mean, if you tried to save the West, why did we go to war with them? kind of weird. XMR Bazaar is great development. Yeah, it's gotten great development. We fought the wrong enemy in World War II. Well, I heard after they fucked your mom, that they were fighting the right enemy. And I would even say that like XMR Bazaar is the only like concern with it is that it got look, just because your mom took Tylenol while she was getting gangbanged doesn't mean that everyone is retarded as you, buddy. Was an apartheid Linux users. Wow, genius response. Was an apartheid Linux users used instead of crypto? That's interesting. And even there's some other like communities like popping up where you can buy and like sell Monero. On Twitter, there's really not like a lot of people that like advertise for it, but it's definitely like something that I would say that people should do. Like take your service, exchange it for Monero, and there you go. I mean, it's not really like a hard thing to do. It's a joke. You didn't notice? If you didn't notice, oh. Where's the joke? And so, like, obviously, if you want to donate, you can donate to Kick Secure, like Hunix, Monero, Tor, or like Debian or Graphene OS. The joke is that apartheid Linux is a Nazi OS. Wait, where's the joke, though? Oh, you can even I can't think of anything else because I was too busy fucking your mom still. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you. I don't want to be the one to break it to you. I'm your dad. It's kind of lame that you had to find out this way, though. Oh, nice. I don't know, man. You're the one that says you're a Gaylord, so I want you to think about that one real deep. Self-report, actually. No, I am your dad. It's okay. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with having a gay son. Anyways, so to ensure people can keep entering and leaving the Monero ecosystem without requiring to go through any other shitcoins out there, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDTC, etc., without wandering their attack surface like how they would if they were to use centralized exchanges. There is a problem with centralized exchanges. I would say that one of your best things to do is just use like something like RetroSwap. And I would say even you could do like the fiat currency exchange. There is MoneroCon, that is one of and then there's Monerotopia. It does look pretty cool. There is Monerotopia, so like there are definitely conventions out there. I wish we could bring something to like the United States in terms of like Monero convention. That'd be pretty sick. Gadgem XMPP based. Is it for like desktop? You know what? It kind of looks like fucking AIM. Is that it? AIM, right? Oh, still maintained. Awesome. Oh no, it's written in Python. I don't know if I can enjoy this. Unfortunate. Looks cool though. It reminds me of AIM though. Ooh, nice. Running remote toad. This is probably the most important thing you can do, is to rent a server anonymously, and you can use it to run a Tor node. It would have to be a cheap server. Basically helps strengthen, decentralize the Tor network, which is actually the backbone of online anonymity, currently allowing anyone with world to browse the web anonymously and on the IP layer and access Onion hidden services. This is true. You should run a Tor relay. It's very simple to do. You could do it even on a Raspberry Pi, or you can just... Later, Billy. What is the elevator music in the background? Something that won't give me a copyright strike, essentially. Running your own Monero node makes it make it accessible via Tor. This is pretty easy to actually do. You can do it with the Monero GUI wallet, which is based, and then XMR mining XMR on peer-to-peer pool using Guax. Guax. Mining in cryptocurrency is important because it helps validate transaction. This is a fundamental requirement for cryptocurrencies to remain usable, and to do so, you need a powerful CPU that has a lot of horsepower, hash power, or whatever. This is especially important to ward off the 51% attack that state-backed adversaries such as Cubics recent attack in 2025 to try to carry out on the Monero network. It's essentially for everyone to mine Monero in P2P pool to ensure that Monero remains decentralized on the mining level. Here's a Monero talk discussion on the Cubic 51% attempt with Luke Parker for more details on why it's important to mine Monero right now. Running an Onion-only SimpleX SMP XFT server to contribute to the anonymous messaging ecosystem, you can run an Onion-only SimpleX server, which is basically helps decentralize the messaging ecosystem SimpleX brought to the internet. Talking about copyright strikes, I got one from Nintendo once. Pro tip: don't upload gameplay of Nintendo games or their ads or film your 3DS. Of course, they will send a hitman and end you if you do such thing. They are pretty atrocious for that. Running an Onion-only SMP and XFTC server enables people to chat anonymously with anyone else who uses SimpleX. You can even create a public SimpleX chat rooms using those Onion-only SimpleX servers. Based, actually. Get tea with a couple of Dot receipts. Running your own Onion-only Forjo instance for anonymous collaboration. Running an instance of the OPSEC Bible. Yes, you can run an instance of the OPSEC Bible in this tutorial. Oh, wow. Running a dark net lantern instance and joining the web ring. This enables you to list your own communities, let's say all of your Onion services, all of the Monero nodes that you host, and all the SimpleX servers. My school blocks connecting to SimpleX links, and all of your public SimpleX chat rooms. In short, running a darknet lantern and joining the web ring, you take part in a full multi-community effort to help the internet at large explore, discover the darknet, exponentially growing your visibility and discovering the bigger web rings. The Darknet Lantern project. I didn't know about this. This looks cool and based. Why are you letting me run instance of the OPSEC Bible? You'll probably notice that looking at the footer of any blog post in this blog post, they're all licensed under the public domain license. This means there's no copyright restrictions at all. How would they be able to block that, though? It's a protocol. Oh, they're blocking the link, not the protocol itself. That makes sense. Interesting. Well, guys, I've given an hour. This is a short stream. I'll see you all in the next one. Appreciate y'all. Don't forget to comment below your favorite type of mushroom and your favorite type of fungus. In general, I'll see you guys all later. Thank you for joining. And don't forget to walk your snail. If you don't,